Alright, this is my video explaining the commonalities between Pierce's cosmopolitan communication and Keegan's fifth order of communication. The first thing I wanted to talk about in cosmopolitan communication was that of social eloquence. Social eloquence, we understand, is someone's ability to move in and out of worldviews in order to understand another person and their communication. This would mean something like, I'm talking to a friend who has a completely different set of worldviews, values, and I would be able to navigate away from my own worldviews towards his in order to understand him. We understand in Keegan's fifth order of consciousness the conflicts that the Baker couple has and how those conflicts seem to galvanize their relationship that they have with one another. That really, in the conflicts that they have, because they're fifth order, because they are of the fifth order, they're under to move away from each other's worldviews and try to see the humanity in each other, try to understand a little better. Going off of social eloquence, we also talk about rhetorical eloquence, also in cosmopolitan communication. This is saying somebody can be a multiculturalist in that they can navigate not just from the worldviews from each other, but between cultures, that they can understand one another's stories. Now, in Keegan's fifth order of consciousness, we understand that people in the fifth order, they move towards a trend of postmodern communication, that they have a way of navigating away from their own cultures in order to understand one another, to understand one another more fully, to understand humanity. Think of the great peacemakers of history, Jesus Christ, Dr. Martin Luther King. These are people that were able to navigate away from their culture set of stories in order to understand the humanity in other peoples. Last but not least, in cosmopolitan communication, we understand, or Pierce tells us, that the main goal is coordination. That through all this communicating, two people can coordinate together, that there's many stories going around, and they all kind of synthesize together to achieve coordination. This is no different in the fifth order of consciousness, really, if you think about it. That the supreme goal is that of coordination, that people can understand one another. You think of that glass tube analogy, that if we were to put a marble inside a glass tube and roll it on a table, we'd bet, or we'd guess as to see which end the marble comes out, the right or the left. When in reality, the tube is there because of those separate end pieces, those separate exit holes. So really, coordination exists when you have two opposing viewpoints, and then they come together in cosmopolitan communication and also in fifth order of consciousness to synthesize understanding, to synthesize meaning. And this was my understanding of the commonalities between the fifth order of consciousness and cosmopolitan communication. Thank you.